Welcome to Slasher Sunday. So it's been a long time since I've done one of these, and it's like 2:30 in the morning, but I wanted to get one done. I worked all damn day. I didn't get home till whatever. Didn't even start this movie till 12:30 at night. It's technically Monday now, but I said I was going to get one done this week, and it's been so long since I had done one. I couldn't let you guys down. I know there's some of you out there that are really waiting for another Slasher Sunday. It's been way too long. It's been almost like 2 months. That's crazy. Damn Game of Thrones. All right, so oh man, if someone has a Blu-ray copy of this, can you please upload it on YouTube because it's out of print. And I looked at Blu-ray images online, and they're amazing. And the YouTube rip I watched of this shit was horrendous, so bad I could barely tell what was going on half the time. So I looked at those images of the Blu-ray. Gorgeous. It was night and day. All right, so Butcher Baker Nightmare Maker. The title, I don't really feel like it applies, but okay. It had another title as well, which is what I watched it under. Can't really remember what it was, but I like the title. I don't really get why it applies to the film all that much, but whatever. So there's this really gnarly car crash in the opening. So the mom and the dad, they leave the kid with the aunt. Their brakes go out. And I wonder who cut the brakes. And this woman is just screaming through multiple crashes. They hit a truck, and then something comes through the window, and then they hit something else, and then they fly off a cliff, and the mom is just, they keep getting a scream out of her every time. It's so funny. It's like, aren't you dead yet? That's mean. All right. Then this was set around Sedona, Flagstaff, which is really wild because I lived in Sedona for like 14 years. And in fact, I lived in Cottonwood for a few years of that, which is right outside of Sedona. And I just watched the show Chambers, which with Uma Thurman on Netflix, and I shut it off after like 5 episodes because I fucking hated the lead actress. I thought she was just awful. Not like a bad actress. I just didn't like the character. I didn't like her. And it was killing the show for me. I just couldn't get through it. So after 5, I cut it off. And that was based in Cottonwood, Arizona, even though the whole thing was shot in like New Mexico. But then this was in Sedona or around Sedona, because they keep bringing up Sedona like on the radio, and like someone's like, oh, my mom's going to Sedona for the day, and Flagstaff, and I was like, what the hell? I'm looking at this freaking hangar sitting 2 feet away from me. It's got Sedona right on it. That's funny. It was just sitting here staring at me. What's up with that? All right. Okay. This would be a fun movie if you wanted to die, to take a shot every time somebody says fag in it. And it's not a funny fag. It's like with ill intent. It's not like a 90s fag where people are saying it to their friends because they're just trying to be funny and not mean towards homosexual people. Oh my God, this movie is so politically incorrect, and whilst not trying to be. Because there's plenty of movies that are trying to be politically incorrect, like a Team America or anything that Trey Parker and Matt Stone have touched, or any episodes of Family Guy or whatever. You watch plenty of politically incorrect things all the time. But man, this one, I don't know if they're trying to be or not. It's very... It resembles the times, I would suppose, because there's so many times in this movie where I was just like, oh my God, the way this detective is in this movie. We'll get there, but holy shit. So this kid lives with his aunt. His parents died, as we know in the opening here. And he's like, oh, I really want to go with this girl to the dance, and or somewhere like that on a date. And she's like, nope, I'm your date. And like, you're not going out with this girl. Some 17-year-old kid is asking his aunt, his guardian, I want to go out on a date with this girl. And she's like, nope, I'm going to be your date. And he's like, whatever makes you happy. No fight, no argument, no depression about it, no upset, no nothing. I was like, yeah, that's realistic. Yeah, oh, okay. I'd much rather go with you anyways than the fucking hot girl that I'm all about. the girlfriend of his, who is a 30-year-old woman in real life. I thought, Jesus Christ, man, they didn't care who they cast for teenagers in movies once upon a time. Now teenagers in movies actually look like teenagers. Look at Spider-Man. It's an actual teenager playing a teenage Spider-Man. It's crazy. We got Bill Paxton in here. How can the movie not be awesome? So I could barely tell it was Bill Paxton. I heard the voice and I was like, that's Bill Paxton. I could see his face. Kind of the quality of what I was watching was garbage. So if I fuck up things here for once, it's not my fault. Plenty of other times it was because I wasn't paying attention as well as I should. Probably because I was fucking around on my phone. Or because I'm just an idiot. I don't know. Or both. You never know. The mom, the aunt, I guess, the kid's like, I might be able to get a scholarship. And she's like, no, college is for rich kids or kids with brains. You won't fit in there. Oh my God. What a bitch. That killed me. And then she's like, no, I threw away 14 years of my life. You owe me to throw your future away. Even though her friend was just over there saying, because she's like, I need you, which is exactly what I grew up with. My mom never wanted me to fucking get a job, graduate high school even, because she wanted me to be around to take care of her for the rest of her life. And she knew if I did anything, so she actually fucking held me back, retarded my advancements and progressions. It's a horrible, horrible thing to do to somebody, and just to watch it in this movie. But the way everything's done in this movie, even though that brings up bad memories for me, and even though there's tons of fucking politically incorrect things, and there's all these horrible characters, well, this horrible character, should I say, it's too fucking comical not to laugh at. I'm not going to sit there like, oh my God, my mom did the same thing. Like, no, it was hilarious. This movie's so absurd. The music in this movie makes it even more off-kilter than it already is because of the ridiculously unique fucking character that this woman is. She is a great character. I mean, she really is. I feel like what I was watching, I was like, is this a slasher movie? And then towards the end, she totally turns like full slasher, and I was like, oh, okay. I didn't know if I was going to get to do it for Slasher Sunday, because I was like, oh shit, no. So then she's like, all right, fine. I guess I'm going to let him go. What I need to replace him is a man. So she has a plumber come over, or an electrician, somebody like that, a handyman of sorts. And she tries to come on to him hard. And he's like, lady, I'm not interested. And she's like, please, I'll let you do anything to me. And then he's like, fine. And he's like, essentially like, give me a blowjob. And she slaps him across the face. How fucking dare you? I'll let you do anything. I'll do anything to you. Okay, then blow me. There's not a lot of options when it comes to sex, man. You're doing it in the vagina. You're doing it in the butt. You're doing it in the mouth. Those are like your options. And I guess 2 of those were on the table and 1 was crossing the line. You can do me up the ass, but blowjobs, get the fuck out of here. What kind of a slut do you think I am? I found it so funny when she's like, I'll let you do anything. And he's like, a blowjob? And she's like, son of a bitch. Oh, that killed me. And then she fucking stabs him and then tells the cops. And her fucking nephew, or her son, I don't really know if what she tells him at the end is true or not. So I don't know if it's her son or not. I don't think so, but I don't know. She's so fucking crazy. Who knows? Maybe she is. It kind of way she tells the story, I'm apt to believe it a little bit, but I don't know. I don't know where I stand on that. Maybe on a second viewing, I'll catch something I didn't and then be like, oh, it's very clear that she was lying or telling the truth. This movie was so hard to fucking see that it was straining, and then I was writing notes, so definitely possible I missed some stuff there. The whole he tried to rape me thing reminds me of the scene in Bates Motel. I love that show. Too bad Rihanna was in it. God, I can't stand her. And then, and so the cop comes over and he's interrogating her about what happened and he doesn't believe her. And he's like, are you sure? This and that. And he's like, do you like women? And the whole room blows up like, oh my God. And she's like, you're sick. And I was like, at first, I was like, oh my God, that was hilariously ridiculous being accused of being homosexual. But then the way everyone reacts to homosexuality in this movie, it makes perfect sense for her reaction and everyone else's reaction because of how much people are disgusted and have such an insane aversion to homosexuality in this movie, especially the main detective here. What a fucking asshole. Holy shit, man. What a homophobic piece of shit. And then, okay, so then Billy falls down the stairs in a way that in any other movie he would have been dead or had an entire body cast. But no, he falls down the stairs like head first, rolls over, hits the fucking wall, rolls down more of them. I've seen people die from way less in movies than this. And then she's like, Billy, and he's like, I'm fine. I'm okay. He's totally fine. Not a bump, not a scratch, not a cut, not a concussion, not a fucking broken bone, not nothing. I laughed so hard. He fucking full on tumbles, boom, nothing. I'm fine. He's not even dazed. He's not anything. Oh my God, so fucking funny. All right, so then the detective goes and he interrogates the coach. And from that, he gathers that the coach is a fag. And then Bill Paxton comes and bullies Billy because he's like, I didn't know you were a fag. And then the coach comes to his house. I think that's where, yeah. Are you a fag? And he's like, what? And he's like, does it make you upset that the coach is a fag? Don't lie to me because I don't like being lied to. Are you a fag? He just keeps dropping it, man. Every 5 seconds. This guy must say fag 15 times. It is hilarious. I'm like, oh my God, this movie, what? Who wrote this movie and where did these people grow up? And then, yeah, just, it's like homosexuals are very sick and they're having this big conversation and homos are deviants and they're having this conversation at the household. They're having this conversation at the police department. And then, to add insult to injury on top of that, there's this scene just fucking randomly inserted where the detective is just like sitting a Mexican on the ground and just fucking berating him and like trying to talk to him in broken Spanish. And he's like making him sit on the ground right there in front of, instead of like offering him a chair or something. So he's a racist, he's a fucking bigot, he's a homophobe, he's every horrible thing you can imagine. So fucking awful, but hilarious. And then he goes up to a 17-year-old girl and he's like, are you fucking your boyfriend? This guy, holy shit. Oh, Lord. And okay, so then the aunt breaks in and she's like, sees them fucking. And we see Julie's tits before that, but then when they go to have sex again, she's wearing like a nightgown. I don't know why her tits weren't out again. Because all I care about is tits, right? It's true. But then she's like, get that slut out of here. And it's like, I just lied to the police for you so that you could get out of jail for murdering somebody. I'm fucking my girlfriend in this house in every single room and I'm gonna make you watch. Okay, probably not that last part, but I'm gonna fuck my girlfriend in this room, in this house, all I want. Otherwise, I'm going back to the cops and being like, my memory's coming back to me. And then you'll be gone, and then I can fuck my girlfriend all I want. I just found that funny. But I get it because she wants him to herself. This is all about her obsession with him, which I can completely relate to. So then he's going to go and he's going to get a scholarship. I'm going to get a scholarship. I actually accidentally just said scholarship like that because of how ingrained that fucking line is from Breakfast Club. That's hilarious. I might like. I'm surprised my fucking arm didn't like autopilot. Anyway, all right. And then yeah, we get the "I'm Your Real Mom" story, which kind of reminds me of Psycho 2, little Bates Motel, Psycho 2. I'm your real mom, Norman. And then she kills the friend of her, like her friend guts her. Then she kills the detective, who is the toy shop owner in Silent Night, Deadly Night. As soon as I saw him, I'm like, hey, I know that motherfucker. He's been on other things too, but that's who he'll always be to me. I like the water fight between the mom ant, Mant. Isn't that Mant? That's the Matinee, right? Is that the movie that John Goodman plays, Mant? Or is that a different movie? I think that's that one. I'm gonna have to look that up. Remind me below if you remember. Mant, yeah, that's the like Roger Corman type movie that he makes in that movie. All right. And she tackles him and she's like, "I'm your girlfriend now. I'm the captain now. Look at me. Look at me. I'm the captain now." That's what she should have done. I'm your girlfriend now. Girlfriend. Jesus Christ. This is what happens when you record a review at like 2:30 in the morning. And then he stabs her right through the heart. Then she comes at him and he immediately goes and calls his coach. Maybe he was a fag. And then she comes back at him and he stabs her with a hot poker. And then the cop comes and I thought like, oh, the cop's just going to believe it now. And I was like, it would make more sense if he didn't. And he didn't. And then the fucking dude he got the gun from him and shot him to death in cold blood. So even though they caught the killer, she was dead, whatnot, Billy's still going to jail for murdering a cop in cold blood. You can fucking fill in whatever ending you want. I don't give a shit. Billy went to jail. That's his name, right? Billy? Yeah. I keep thinking like, wait a minute, Silent Night, Deadly Night? Look at the connections. Oh, that was a fun one. Oh man, I want to get this Blu-ray, but I ain't fucking paying no $70. So if you guys can find me, or as I said, if you have this on Blu-ray, please upload it. It's okay. It's out of print. That doesn't count. That's not the same thing. You know how much I'm against torrenting. It's not available for rent anywhere. So there's no way to get this thing. So I want a good copy. I don't want a torrent though. Fuck all that. But yeah, a YouTube video. I want to see clear video. And if the one already exists, link me. I want to know. So, all right, guys. I got to go to bed. Happy Slasher Sunday. It's good to be back. Hopefully I get to a Monster Monday today, technically. Yikes. Good night.